All incredible stuff.
No, I'm a recluse.
He's a reclusive celebrity.
Reclusive DJ.
Wow.
Is such a thing?
Well, Simon Amstell is the living embodiment of it. Go on, do another question, Simon.
How is Lauren Waterworth these days?
She's great, yeah,
Well, that's a
absolutely.
bit exclusive. I don't understand what that meant. What's that supposed to mean?
An artist that Pete once recorded with, I interviewed near a fish tank.
Right, you've gone solipsistic. Pete, thank you very much. Let's get Pete's book, but also let's get Joe Beata number 1. Thanks for coming on our radio show, Pete.
Thanks, Russell.
See you later, mate. Take it easy.
Cheers.
Ta-da.
Bye.
Interviewing, eh?
Yeah, it's something, isn't it?
Go on, interview me for a bit. Go on.
Russell.
No! I love you, the Doors. That's how I start every conversation anyway. I'm here on my Russell Brand radio show with Simon Amstell, very kindly guest hosting with me.
I love you, the Doors.
I love you, the Doors,
I
too,
love you,
Simon
the Doors.
Amstell. I am very fond of you, Simon. You know that. Simon and I are doing this...
I'm fond of you. Let me just say this. I'm fond of you.
Yeah, I know, because you do send me texts. Let's not just be doing media things. Let's keep a friendship, a genuine friendship
It's
that
good
exists outside of media.
Well, it would be nice to talk to you when it wasn't being broadcast once.
I don't like talking if it's not being broadcast. What's the point? I'll just write something down.
I was very touched. You know, I did that charity gig for you that you didn't ask me to do, but I turned up anyway because I had nothing else going on in my life.
Yeah, I just put out that you were doing it. I just started advertising without asking you. Yeah, Focus 12, yeah, that.
And then
yeah.
as a thank you, you sent me a lovely teapot.
Did you like it?
I did, and then I realised you had not chosen this teapot.
I actually did. I went to Fornham and Masons with Tom, my PA, chose that teapot. I think it was my idea even.
Was it?
Might have been.
Because
sort of
I
thing
felt
probably-
like, hang on a minute, this is the PA, and the only time I met this PA is when I've been drinking tea, and he thought that's what I do in my life.
Simon Amstell, eh? He strikes me as a tea-drinking kind of guy. Oh, am I not allowed to mention that? Hey, don't pigeonhole me as a tea drinker. I like a whole host of beverages from around the world. Sometimes I have hot chocolate. You don't drink booze, though, do you, Simon? Even though you haven't even had the common courtesy to develop a real glamorous drug problem like some of us.
No, but your PA did call me from LA to invite me to an AA meeting with you.
Yeah, that's
thinking
a
I was
mistake.
another Simon, I guess.
Yeah, there's another Simon.
Well, let's
who
not name
will
him.
remain anonymous,
Yeah.
but he could be anyone called Simon.
But it was
really.
nice to hear from someone.
Yeah, reaching out to you for him.
I was like, I could get on a plane and come, but I'm not an alcoholic.
Now, G, earlier on, Poet Laureate of the show, and some would say spokesman for Black Britain, gave me this thing. Tell us about what this thing is. It looks to me like a key ring. Describe it to me and what it means, G.
Basically,
Doesn't even get his own microphone.
not even know the microphone.
This guy,
He uses his mind. We share it.
Unbelievable.
Yeah? Black and white, unite and fight.
Ebony and Ivory. Yeah, basically, I was invited down to Sussex Convention of Nurses
Why?
because I had to write some poetry for them.
What is your life? When he's away from here, listen to this. Every time I see him, I was doing this thing in a prison. Like, he goes into prisons and does poems. Juvie, he goes into juvie, things that you don't even think exist outside of films. Oh, I was in juvie. Well, now, look at this, nurse convention. I've been alive ages. No one's ever invited me to a nurse
There was
convention.
no cameras and there was no mics.
This nurse convention, what is it, a reality show? What? How does it work? It's an award ceremony, is it?
Yeah, actually, yeah, basically all the nurses in Sussex, they were just like talking about like things in the system. Nurses do a very, very good job, and they gave you a keyring.
Wash your hands, it says on it.
That's what it says.
What do they mean by that?
Just for you. They could have given you one that just said wash, but they did the one with your hands. Right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, I've always been irritated by the fact that I was once in hospital after what I can only describe as a glamorous rock and roll style injury received while performing comedy at the Edinburgh Festival, where I was probably attacking the system or something and got into a fight, right, and all my leg got all gashed up, right, and I was in hospital and for quite some time, and I'd not long before that seen a documentary where it said sometimes nurses have a lapse in professionalism and manually stimulate patients in their beds if they find them attractive. Now, I was assumed that would at some point happen to me because I looked great. I was a bit smothered in blood and high on heroin. But that aside, I was $1 million in that bed. And not one nurse even attempted to put her hands under the sheets. And they wonder why the NHS is in trouble. I'm not paying my taxes for this. I've been lying in the bed, dolly birds wandering about, no one's touched me. Them nurses, G, did they express any kind of interest? They expressly said, give him that.
They
Wash your hands
expressly
keyring.
said, give him that. Wash your hands keyring, and all the past misdemeanors where they didn't satisfy your needs.
Yeah.
You go down to Sussex, you'll be sorted.
Sussex. Righto. Sussex, you say. OK, well, thank you, G. That's from... Like, I'm probably going to go to Sussex after the show and get myself wounded in some manner, probably around the loins. Simon?
Yes.
You all right, darling? You
Yeah,
look,
no.
You're doing that little face you do sometimes when you're about to judge me. Got a little judgment you want to do? Go on, judge me. Judge me.
I think you're lovely. What a lovely guy.
Thank you very much for your
Well, well
positivity.
done. Well done.
What's that? Getting off drugs?
Look at this Radio 2.
It's good, isn't it?
Here
It's
we
going
are.
really well. Here we are. Do you remember when we first met? We were just in a shambling East End warehouse,
Yeah.
modelling dodgy clothes. Actually, they were quite good clothes by junkies, I recall.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, here we are
Yep.
in a different room.
A different room.
This one's got a carpet, so that's nice, isn't it? Now, there is an item that I do on the show called Gay, but I'm terrified to do it because of your reactionary tendencies. It's simply a problem.
What's
Unless
the item? How does the item work?
People email me a gay problem, and then I give them advice, and I
See
solve it.
what you've done there
What have I done?
in your radio show?
What?
You've put the word problem after gay.
Oh,
you see what you've done there?
no. Yeah, I've suggested that gayness is in itself.
Yes. Now let's put the word
genetic
problem after some other words. Let's say Jew problem, black problem.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm
I
saying?
do.
there?
We're being overrun by minorities. I see the problem now. Enoch Powell had a point. Enoch Powell. We are not laughing now. We can't go in the street. I'm scared to leave the house. I'm living in terror, twitching like a mouse. There's gays over there. There's immigrants in here. Enoch Powell just spotted another queer. Enoch Powell. Enoch Powell. Enoch Powell. Pow. I could go on, you know. Look, it's not saying that gayness is inherently a problem, but just within the world of gayness, there could be... I like all people, and gays fall under that umbrella. So there
Here's
we go.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that gay people don't have problems like every other human being, and we are human beings, Russell. What I'm saying is that in the context of this show,
Yeah.
you've put the word gay
simplified
next
it
to
a
problem, and that's it.
I think we might be able to allay your fears when you hear the jingle. Let's play the jingle. It's because I think you're going to feel pretty foolish, Simon, once
Russell's regular item.
Gay! Yeah? I feel a bit better now, mate? A bit embarrassed about making a stand? Come on, let's read out the item. Hello, welcome to my regular item, Gay. This week done under excruciating pressure from a non-conventional, non-stereotypical gay, my mate Simon Amstell. Dear Russell, Matt, G, Noel, and in this instance, Simon Amstell. This is from Sacked Chimney Sweep. This is going to be a brilliant problem.
Go on, I'm ready.
I'm a gay man, and last year I bought a composter for my garden. It worked well and produced some nice compost towards the end of the summer. This year I've done nothing at all different to last year, but there is no decent compost to speak of coming out of it. What should I do? I thank you for considering my gay problem.
I understand. So the humour lies.
Well, actually, normally no.
This is just a man who happens to be gay who has a problem with his gardening.
In this instance, yeah, but
But sometimes it's more related to the sexuality. Is that
I
what you're saying?
prefer it when it is, because it gives me a chance to focus on what is doubtless my own latent homosexuality. So, in this case, though, the man has got a problem with gardening. We've said we'll help. We'll help him.
Go on.
Well, all right, mate. What you got to do, right? I don't know. Get another one. Who cares? Compost. Don't matter, does it? What is compost? Just a load of old stuff, old eggshells, dung. Pfft, stop worrying.
You read it out. You could read these things before the show and decide
Never.
it then. No.
I won't do it.
No.
Oh, I'm prepared, Simon, to listen to your advice on when doing an interview, ask questions to the person you're interviewing. That, to me, was avant-garde and intriguing. But I think this show has a certain charm, a certain shambles, a certain...
I agree.
Je ne sais
It's
quoi.
fun.
It's a laugh, isn't it?
And
You've
it's
had
not
a laugh.
conventional and it's nice, and I agree. And
Thanks.
whenever I'm sort of nudging you, it's out of love.
I know. I feel that in that nudge love. Now, so, mate, compost, do you know anything about gardening, Simon?
No.
Anyone in this room know anything about gardening? No one knows anything about it, I'm afraid, but I know...
Isn't there a programme on this
Yeah,
radio
it's
station called
Gardener's
Gardening?
Question Time.
Yeah.
Look, mate, you've come here, you've used our forum that's to help legitimate gays, and you've come here with a problem that has nothing to do with having sex with someone of the same gender. Now, if you start
Maybe
having
he's trying to make a point about that.
Do you think that he's trying to
Maybe
make
that's
a
his
point?
point.
I
He's
like
saying,
it.
look, I'm gay and I've got a problem, but it isn't about that, man.
What I admire is his subtlety and the fact that he's not banging a drum like a nagging witch. A stance that you might like to adopt, Simon. Now, well, listen, mate.
You know what, Russell
Cool
Brand?
gardener's question time.
What people forget about you, because you bang on about all your drugs and all
Yeah.
your womanising and all
Yes,
the
yeah.
deep-seated problems from your childhood, is that you're essentially a heterosexual white male.
Oh, right. So I'm like
You're the man. You're